Sounds like Ameriburger is being cruel to be kind to the workforce there. Uh, Welcome back. This is Chris Craig once again, Bellwether, and that was one of my Ameriburger bits, which is the Amerimonkeys. I don't know if you've had the experience, but if you've ever been to a fast food place, there's some locations that just are the worst, and you will just wait in line forever, and you go, "What is taking so long? It's fast food." But some of them are great. You just never know. But anyway, some people probably felt like they need to train monkeys to make it better. I imagine these little small, like those, like Marcel, like outbreak monkey guys. Those little guys, is the monkeys, and so it's kind of funny. So before that was a little bit of Nick Lowe's "Cruel to Be Kind," which is probably an '80s song. I'm not sure exactly, but I got it on a best of, so I'm not quite sure what year it was out. But before that was Depeche Mode with "Never Let Me Down Again," and I've probably heard that song before over the years. And I have had the greatest hits, and I've heard it, but I just didn't like connect with it or anything. And then like I heard Music for the Masses recently, and I heard that song, and it's kind of, some of the other stuff earlier was better, but for album wise. But that song, for some reason, I really like that song. So that I played that because it's an '80s song. Because I played Future Head's "Christmas Was Better in the '80s," and it kind of was. So next up, we're going to be playing a little bit of an older song, even older. Jeez, with "You Only Live Twice" by Nancy Sinatra. It's just gonna, when you can't say words, just stretch them out. Just Nancy Sinatra. "You Only Live Twice," which is a James Bond theme, which I've recently been watching the James Bond movies. They're good. I really enjoy them now a lot more than I did when I was a kid. They're still slow, and they still take a long time to get going sometimes, and they all have something wrong with them. But they're overall enjoyable, and they're all good. And if you haven't watched them in a while, maybe you should check them out sometime. But there's one, like the first one, Dr. No. It's like he's like on this island, and they're like, he's like, oh, and within like half hour or so, the people are like, oh, we don't go to that island. All the locals are scared of it. People end up dead. And he's like, okay. And then he investigates a little while longer, and then finds out like, oh, you need to go to the spooky island. So then he goes to the spooky island. Like within like an hour, like in the hour mark. It's like, well, you found out like a half hour ago. Spooky Island was down there, but so once he gets to Spooky Island, Dr. No's Island, it's pretty good movie. But the first half of or so, I mean, it's got style, man. James Bond stuff's got style. I don't know what it has, man. It's some good stuff. The ones I liked so far, I'm about halfway through, maybe almost halfway through watching them. No, that's not quite right because I'm not counting the Daniel Craig one. So I'm about eight or nine movies in. I'm in the Roger Moore area right now. So Honor Majesty's Secret Service with George Lazenby of all things was pretty good. Goldfinger's a pretty good one. Pretty tight plot, not a lot of pissing around. Some of the Roger Moore ones are good, but they're kind of silly. There's like some silly things in them, or they're weird. But You Only Live Twice is from You Only Live Twice, which is a Sean Connery one, and it's kind of a weird one and problematic in some ways, as James Bond goes undercover in Japan and has things on him that to make him look more Asian. Yeah, problematic. So anyway. So this is You Only Live Twice, and I'm gonna play another one of my SongBurst. I'm gonna play probably the best one, if I have to be honest, which is Within the Glow Eternal. Another minute song, so it won't be too long. But I want to talk a little bit about my SongBursts. Basically, I got tired. I was making art bursts where I would take my art and then I would add stuff to it, add people's music like you're hearing now. I don't know, I kind of fell out of love with music recently. I'm just not into it as much as I used to be. And so it was hard to find a good song to go with each one. So I thought, you know what, I might as well just do it myself. I have all these old little snippets of things that I've recorded on voice recorders and stuff. But then when I actually started doing it, most of them are original things I wrote since August or whatever. And I would write them that week or the week before, and try to produce it, make a video, and do the whole thing. And I'll put a link down to the thing if you want to see all, or actually, it's on YouTube. It's right where you're at, or right where you're watching this is where it's at. So you don't need a link. Just when this is done, just not this done. Wait till the whole thing's done, but then sometime later. Think about it sometime. Do it sometime. Okay. This one's a pretty good one. The art's really good. It has a spooky tone. It's some kind of like afterlife feeling to it. It's some kind of weird spookiness to it. And it's really good. So we're going to play that. I'm going to play that. And I'm going to play a little of the You Only Live Twice. We're going to play something in between. And maybe another bit. Who knows? Got some stuff. Got a lot of stuff. Getting close to the end of side 1. And this has been a pretty happy side. Pretty upbeat. I've been trying to keep it a little bit upbeat. Been trying to keep it upbeat. It's a little upbeat. And we're going to... it's probably going to be more of a bummer next time. Probably side 2 bummer stuff. More slow, more something to sleep to, maybe. I don't know. Something to relax to, something to feel sad about. I don't know. We live in sad times, such is life. So, without further ado, here is Nancy. Why can't I say Nancy Sinatra? Nancy Sinatra, Frank's daughter. These boots were made for walking. Nancy Sinatra. With the You Only Live Twice. And then when I was getting ready to watch it, I kept on having this song in my head. Oh, by the way, this song, they sampled it for the Robbie Williams song Millennium, which I always thought the intro to Millennium was really cool. Like, I can't do it, YouTube. But the intro to YouTube, the Millennium, it goes a certain way like the song does. And the reason why I like it, it's like a techno version of this song. So maybe I'll link that down there. You can check it out. And he's being like James Bond in the video and everything. But I thought the song's okay. But the intro was really cool because it was like this really lush orchestra stuff with beats, But so anyway, here's the original. Nancy Sinatra, You Only Live Twice.